Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is Safety for Cyclists, Plant and Growth. Before we get into any lessons, my dear friends, we know that we have to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing is not the only way we can stay safe. We should always wear our masks and or shields when we go outside. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about multiplication, division, irregular past tense, and creative writing. Now for our lesson, boys and girls, we are going to go to page 12. On page 12, we are going to be doing multiplication and division. We're going to be doing the 4 times table, 5 times table, and 10 times table. But today, just for our demonstrations, we are going to focus on the 4 times table. So we're going to do 3 from the 4 times table, so that you know what to do when looking for answers. Let's take a look at the board. Now I have 4 times 4 equals 16. Now we know that because when you make 4 sets of 4 and then count everything, it makes 16. But what we don't know is that if we have dash divided by 4 equals 4. Well, I can give you a quick tip and a secret. Every time that you see this 4 here, you know that it will not change. But what does change is the missing number in the box and our answer here. So in order for you to get your answer for division, you must know the multiplication first. Here is our multiplication. 4 times 4 equals 16. But what if I only have the 4 and the other 4? Well, it's simple. We still make our 4 sets of 4. So we can take a look at our 4 and then say sets of 4. Once we make 4 sets of 4, just like how we say 4 times 4, our answer for the first missing box will be 16. So, anytime that the first box is missing, you can take a good look at your 4 here and the answer at the equal sign. Then you can say 4 sets of whatever answer is there. That way you will get your answer for the first box. And then we have the next one, 7 times 4 equals 28. This time, we know that we already have 28. We have 28 divided by 4 equals box. Now you can work this out very simply because what we're looking for is at the end of the equal sign. So you can make 4 sets, and then after making 4 sets, what you can do now is make sure that you share 28 things inside each of the sets equally. So it's as simple as saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So if we have shared 28, which means divided by and then put 4 in each of them, we are going to be finding our answer. How? By making sure that each and every set has the same amount. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this one, then that means I must have 7 in the rest of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have 7. So this is how you know that 28 divided by 4 will give us 7, which is also the reverse of the last sum, where it said 7 times 4 equals 28. We have 28 divided by 4 equals 7. For the last one, where both boxes are missing, this one is very simple. You take a look at the times table, the multiplication side. Now here we have 10 times 4 equals 40. Now we know that the biggest number that we have needs to start in the first box. The 40 is going to be here in our first box. Now, once we know that 40 is in the first box, it's very easy for us to find the next answer. You need to make sure that you divide 40 into 4 equal sets, like how I did previously. That way, whatever answer you get, you will know that it is correct. So this one I'm going to leave blank just for you to do. Take your time with the division and make sure that you use the multiplication to help you with your answers. That way you'll know that this work is quite simple, but be careful, some of them are quite tricky. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For our lesson now, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 13. On page 13, we are going to be doing irregular past tense. Now, whenever we are dealing with the past tense, we know that we are dealing with verbs. So each and every word that you see in brackets needs to be changed from the present to the past. Now, an irregular verb means that the verb will change its form. So we're going to change the form of each of the verbs that we can see so that the sentence can make sense. We are going to do number 13, 14, and 15 together. So let's take a look at the board. Now the ones that we have chosen, I want us to talk about them, but you are going to now put them in the sentences so that they can make sense. Remember, irregular means the verb will change forms. For example, wake will change to woke. I wake up will change to I woke up, showing that it is a past tense action. It has already happened. In this case, we have the word love. To change the word love from present to past, we need to change it in its form. So love will now change to loved as a past tense verb. Then the next one that we have is the word give. I give money to my sister. The word give will change to a past tense form. And how do we do that? It changes from give to gave. So I gave my sister money. There we go. Then the last one we have is the word sing. Now the past tense needs to change, remember, because the verb needs to change its form. So sing will become sang or sung. Some people say sang, other people say sung. So we're going to say sung. I sung at the museum. Now let us try and put our new words into the sentences. We have love turning into loved, give turning into gave, sing turning into sung. Let's now take a look at our sentences and see if they make sense. The first one we're going to do is number 13. It says, you dash your friends. Remember, we changed the word love into loved. So we're going to say, you loved your friends. So use the one that we have put on the board. Then number 14 says, they dash me a lot of kisses. So we're going to change the word give to gave, just like what we did on the board. Now our sentence says, they gave me a lot of kisses. The last one, number 15, is saying, I dash in the school choir. We're going to change the word sing into sung. I sung in the school choir. Well done, everyone. So go ahead and try and change the words in brackets into past tense. Remember to say it out loud so that you don't get confused. Try and change the word first before you actually put it in the sentence. That way, you'll be able to understand whether you have changed it into an irregular past tense verb. Take your time, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
For our last exercise for this lesson, boys and girls, let's now turn to page 14. On page 14, we are going to be doing some creative writing. What we're going to do is try and look at the picture carefully below to try and find 8 things wrong with the bike and the rider. Now remember, we were talking about the cyclist in our previous lessons. So we first have to write our answers below. But before we do that, let's discuss what we can actually see. We can see that there is a person on the bike and it looks like they have many things that are wrong. Let's start with the rider. Now, in order for you to be safe on the road, you need to have both hands on the bike. So you can see that one hand is actually holding items and then the other one is the one on the bike. Remember, you must have both hands on the bike so that the handles can be steering the bike in the right direction. So that is the first thing that is wrong with the rider. Both hands are not on the bicycle. The next one that we can see is that the rider does not have a helmet. It is very important, boys and girls, just like a seat belt, to have a helmet on the head. So we know that the rider is doing the wrong thing by not having a helmet. Then another thing that is wrong with our rider is that they are listening to music. Now, oftentimes, boys and girls, we need to be aware of our surroundings, and that means that we cannot have earphones in our ears. This limits what we hear, perhaps maybe another car passing by, or even to hear what the other traffic lights or anything else is doing. We need to make sure that our ears are cleared for us to listen to any traffic sounds we need to know. The fourth one, you're going to try and find by yourselves, because I cannot give you all the answers. Now, we're going to try and find at least 2 things wrong with the bike. The first thing that you can see that is wrong with the bike is that it has one flat tire. Now, if you're going to be a cyclist, you need to make sure that the bike you're using is in good order. In this case, the bike has a puncture for one of its tires, the front one. So it is definitely not a bike that you can use. The other thing that is wrong with this bicycle is that the chain is out of its link. If you look carefully at the bottom, you can see that the chain is dangling, or rather hanging. This makes it very, very difficult for the rider to actually move the bike. So, the bike has a chain that is loose. Then, the other 2 problems with the bicycle, you are going to figure out by yourselves. So take your time and make beautiful sentences. Structure them well, and if you need spellings or help with some spellings, you can always ask an adult. But make sure that you do this exercise by yourself. Try and find all the things that were wrong that we missed out so that you can complete your exercise. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson, and I hope you had fun. I know I did. Remember, if something is too difficult or you're not sure what to do, that's okay. You can always ask an adult for help, but make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our lesson, we need to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing is very important. So every time when you sanitize, try and ask the person next to you to sanitize as well. That way, both of you are staying safe. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I haven't seen Zoshi the whole day. He said he was going to come and visit me. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Hello, Zoshi. So, from Zoshi and I, we would like to say thank you so much for joining us today, and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.